With their 18th straight victory, the TMP Lady Monarchs are one win away from the 3A state tournament. Coming into the game, the biggest question was how the fourth-ranked K-State defense matched up against the dynamic Texas Tech offense. It's the second day of the Hays City shootout, and we've already had some great games so far. K-State's off to their best start under head coach Bruce Weber. The Wildcats are 12-1, but tonight will be their first real test of the season other than that one-point loss to Maryland. I could watch highlights of that second-half comeback all night long, but there was actually a moment before the game worth noting when Marcus Peters raised his fist during the national anthem. Crazy day in sports. Chiefs sign Eric Berry. They released Jamal Charles. John Curry's out at K-State, and the Shockers get 6 players recognized. We start with the Chiefs, who signed all-pro safety Eric Berry to a 6-year extension worth $78 million. Hays football is 4-1. They have the second-best defense in the MIAA, but the players still feel overlooked. And like Aretha Franklin once said, they just want some respect. Yeah, the Cardinals' varsity team's 13-6, and they've been playing really well lately. But over the past couple games, the most memorable moments have actually come during the junior varsity games, when senior Nolan Sinclair checks in. Nolan has Down syndrome and is deaf. He's also on the football team, the track team, and of course, the basketball team. Towards the end of every season, Nolan enters a few games and inevitably scores a basket.
You know, he kind of puts the whole wins and losses thing out the window, and it's more about character building and sportsmanship. And when he gets in the game, you know, everybody's on board, whether it's the opponent or whether it's his teammates that practice with him every day.
It started a few years ago, and when he made a shot, the Cardinals bench did his celebration, hands waving in the air. 4 years later, it's not just the Plainville team anymore.
And now, when he makes a shot, the whole crowd stands up and raises their hands, and sometimes even the opposing team's fans will stand up and cheer, and it's just something you can't describe.
Nolan came to Plainville in 5th grade, where he met Hayden Friend. Over the years, Hayden became one of the most decorated athletes in Plainville history. But as his talents grew, so did the friendship with Nolan, and now the two are inseparable.
I've had bad days in basketball, you're just kind of going through the motions, and you see him out here, and then when he has his smile with him, it cheers you up instantly.
They make a memorable duo, but the entire team and school has a similar bond with Nolan.
I hope the best example that it shows people is that it doesn't really matter like who you are, or where you come from, all that stuff. It's just that you can fit into.
Nolan's paraeducator has worked with him since 5th grade and saw the Plainville community instantly accept him.
I don't know, it's just a wonderful relationship with the kids and him. And it's not just the basketball team, it's not just the teachers, it's all the kids.
The bond is real, and after he joined the school, teammates and friends learned sign language. Nolan sits with the team at lunch, and he's simply one of the guys.
It just melts my heart every day. And I see the kids with him and see what they do, and it's just awesome.
At the end of the year, Nolan will graduate and will no longer inspire fans with his jump shot and easy smile. But his impact clearly reaches beyond the court.
The acceptance of being different, the love for each other, I think that will continue. The younger kids, even in the grade school, know who Nolan is. And they're always high-fiving him or, saying hi or whatever.
Nolan showed his school and community that being different can be the best thing about someone, and his impact won't be forgotten soon.
I do not look forward to the day when Nolan's no longer a part of this team, because he just brings so much to the team and to the school. Hayden Friend's going to be remembered at Plainville High School, but so is Nolan Sinclair.
Nolan will probably get in a few more games this season, and then during track season, will dazzle fans again when he runs the 100-meter dash. The Broncos are headed back to the Super Bowl after a long and at times confusing season, but one thing the players never had to worry about was where they were getting their hair cut. Nestled between a 7-Eleven and an insurance agency, Jordan's Barbershop is an unassuming building in Aurora, Colorado. But the client list will make you do a double take. Daniel Hayes, nicknamed Jordan, has been cutting hair in Denver since 2001. And after cutting former Bronco Steve Atwater's hair, players flock to Jordan for a great cut, better prices, and a humble host.
Like when I go to the ball player's house, when I make a house call, I charge them the same exact thing, $20. A lot of guys, they go to the ball player's house and they see all the nice cars in the garage, they see what they have, and they want to raise the price up. And I don't consider that treating them human.
The mentality worked, and the evidence is on the walls. Signed jerseys of Broncos, his favorite Cowboys, and of course Michael Jordan. who he's nicknamed after. His client list of superstars and future Hall of Famers is a testament to the environment he's created over the last 16 years.
You get all kinds of people from all different walks of life. You get whites, black, Hispanics, to where, they can come together and sit down and, get a haircut and just be in an environment,
Despite a friend group that includes actors and pro athletes, Jordan's remained the same person. It's one of the reasons people love him and the shop so much.
Truthfully, all the clients that come in here is a celebrity to us. We treat them all like they're NFL players or actors or wherever you may want to be.
With his good friends and clients headed to the Super Bowl, I expect a few of them will stop by Jordan's, and he'll be waiting, ready to fix them up for the trip to San Francisco. Yeah, that was one of those moments that gives you goosebumps just watching it. And Dakota at one point or another has been the top-ranked wrestler in the state all 4 years of high school. But this was the first year he won it. And like you said, he did it just days after losing his dad.
It's a lot of closure. This kid's been working for so long, so hard to achieve this one goal that him and his dad have chased for so long. And like I said, they talked about it before, and he's got it.
As the match ended, Dakota pointed to the sky and hugged his coach, the emotions pouring out of him and fans alike.
Just a relief, have a win, get a state title for one. I've been working for it for 4 years now. Put in all the time and work, came out how I wanted it to.
At first, it wasn't clear if he would wrestle this weekend, but ultimately he did, to achieve a goal he and his dad set out to conquer.
Usually, as a coach, you have kids that look up to you, and I'm a coach that looks up to one of my wrestlers with the utmost respect.
A state title that embodies so much more.
It's just more than a bracket, it's more than a medal, it's everybody that's here. I mean, you couldn't have it any other way.
The entire arena stood and cheered, joining the El Dorado community in celebrating Dakota and his dad.
El Dorado's the best crowd I could ever ask for. When you're in need, they'll do anything for you. It's the best talent you could ever ask for.
For TMP groundskeeper Steve Worth, the idea came to him while he was mowing.
I thought, I'd like to do something different, and so I thought, well, maybe if I spray paint a logo, I think on the grounds would look nice. I think the alumni and everyone else, I would like it.
Using leftover paint from the football field, Worth created a massive logo on the school's front lawn. At first he did it without permission, but his work quickly caught on and left a lasting impression.
For about a year after that, if you would pull up a Google Earth view of Hayes, you would see that it was probably 40 feet tall, the TMP cross right there in the middle of the lawn there just off of Hall Street.
The logo was an instant hit and made Worth a local celebrity for his art, something he finds amusing.
I have no artistic background. I never went to school for art or anything. I just saw the emblem and I thought, I bet I could do it by hand. And so that's how it all started, and I do it all by hand or with a piece of string on the board.
Not your typical modern artist, Worth shocked himself with his first foray into art.
Yeah, I was surprised. It did turn out really nice, and people gave me a lot of compliments, so that's why I kept doing it.
For Worth, creating the logo has become something he looks forward to all year, a connection between him and the school.
I think because the alumni and everybody loves it, loves seeing it. I think that's my enjoyment, making them happy and seeing all the students and parents say, well, that's really nice when they come here for homecoming and see that.